What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Crab Net Show. On today's episode, we're unpacking a great week of football from the Premier League, and we're focusing on two of the teams that shone brightly in the first game week, that being Everton and Newcastle. We're looking at the impact of their signings on their victories over the weekend. That's our first segment for today. Our second segment is talking about the media. The media has had a huge impact on the football world over the years. We'll get the resident analyst's opinion on what does the press influence the football scene across Europe, but focusing on the English Premier League. That's our second segment. And our third segment, maintaining the excitement from last week, fantasy football continues. We analyze the best players of game week 1 and who to look out for in game week 2 as you prepare your teams. A fun show in store for all of you. Thanks again for joining us on the net. I'm your host, Raj, and it's been an exciting, exhilarating last few days with English football back on all of our screens. I've got two of our resident analysts with us today. And we're chatting football again, and Juliet from the boys, straight from the streets of South Africa, bringing fresh opinions as we always do on the Crab Net. But introducing the team, Gur is with us again. What's happening, Gur? Welcome to the net.
Hey, what's up, guys? Good to be back.
Shot, Gur. Always love having you. Shay is missing this week, but our homie Kai is loud and proud. What's up, Kai?
What's up, guys? Excited the league's back, man.
Shot. And we're talking about something that's off the pitch sometimes. But back to on the pitch, and one of our favorite segments is the fantasy football. We all were in lots of hesitation and anxiety about picking our teams for game week 1. And we got to analyze that game week 1 on the fantasy scene, boys. Looking back at the past game week, we saw some stellar performances by some common names in that Dream Team Kai. Someone that obviously stands out is Mo Salah with that hat-trick. My boys getting the victory over Leeds. Salah showing his worth again. Probably didn't make many teams because of his price tag, but been proven wrong again.
Yeah, I mean, Salah, we know he's worked in the league. He's done it. You know, when he did it that first season that you guys got him and what he scored in excess of 40 goals, whatever, I was like, he's not going to do it again. And then he did it again the following season. And now it's a norm for Salah to be scoring goals all the time. Towards the end of last season, I thought that he tailed off. I don't think he performed well, and that's probably due to the fact that Liverpool were at the beach. And even in pre-season, he didn't play very well either. So as much as I didn't want to put him in my side, I still opted to put him because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still Salah. But he came to the party, man. And for me, I also had Aubameyang. I captained him instead of Salah for that very reason that I just explained. And I think that's what kept me from not being in the top 2, top 3 in my leagues. It's that captain 20 points that I lost that kept me probably in the top 5, top 6 in most of the leagues. He's definitely a guy to have in your team. I don't know if I'm going to keep him any longer, to be honest with you, though. I think this was, you know, even in this game, in the game against Leeds that you guys obviously came out tops on it. I think he played well, but I don't think he was getting into the positions that I actually expected him to get into. So, I might actually put him out until you guys play West Ham. But I'm toying with the idea. Obviously.
That's a risk strategy there, Kai. If you putting money against Salah, he can come back to bite you. But on the flip side, Gur, we saw 2 new signings get into the Dream Team in game week 1. 2 boys that you backed, being Arsenal's Willian with 3 assists And Leicester's right back or full back, since he can play on both sides, Castagna. Both of them scoring 14 points in game week 1. Are they ones to watch, ones to get into your team after game week 1 potential?
Definitely. I mean, I mentioned it before, and you that's what you want from a new signing, is to get off the mark from the get-go. Debut goal, your whole career path is different, and that's what they did. I see there's nothing to
Gabriel
deplete their
well,
confidence.
Gabriel also got a debut goal.
I was going to say that. So this guy is going to be the next Thiago Silva. That's
Yeah. So in fantasy, the guys showed you what they want from these teams, the new boys, because it's always scary to back a new boy playing fantasy. You don't know how whether they're going to click or whether they're not. Sometimes the gamble works out if you get them from the get-go, but I mean, while their prices are low, because these guys are going to be going up in price, especially Callum Wilson. I mean, we've seen how Newcastle played, so there's no reason for you to not have it.
Yeah, looking at
Williams already got a price increase, huh?
Yeah, Williams already increased on price, and I believe there was also another increase that it was effected today. I can't remember what it was, but clearly the price impact is something that everyone needs to consider in the next few days. Lots of people will be running to make changes to their team now, going into game week 2, with the likes of Man City and Manchester United coming into the game week. So Kai, who are you looking at in the City team to be a must-have going into game week 2?
So, when we had that last segment about fantasy going into the season, right? I told you guys, make the bold moves up front and play the wild card early if you need to. So my tactic is always to, put players that are playing. So I may only add one risk. When I say risk, I'm saying the player that I don't think that would don't know how he's going to perform. I've always told that you guys, it's a risk for me, was Werner. He got an assist, he got injured, but the rest of the players that I have in my team are stalwarts in their teams, right? So I don't even know if I'm going to make any changes. I want to see City and United play before I can say that I'm going to make those moves.
Are you really going to go into a game week without any Man City and Manchester United players?
Yeah, I'm doing that. The reason that I'm saying that is because
moves by the Gunner Kai.
The reason that I'm saying that is, look here, at the end of the day, you might lose 20, 30 points now in the beginning, but I'm saving on price increases or not price increase. I'm saving on getting in players that I might get out in the next game week, and it might come at a knock. So I'd rather evaluate the teams as best as I can, all of the teams. It was a disservice that we obviously didn't see City and United play yet, but I want to evaluate the teams to my full potential first before I can get them into my side. I guess that's fair.
So
I know you asked me the question, what am I going to do? What am I going to do is nothing.
Nothing. Good. I feel that you're not going to align to that thought. I think the likes of Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, but remember, Gil is about 6-10 positions under us.
No, but I mean from a
strategy. Look at his position.
From a strategy perspective.
Well, I'm not playing for game week 1 now. Kylan just went and spoke about the 20, 30 points that you will lose over the next few game weeks and stuff. That's you thinking long term, but yet you set up your team for the first game week, and it's more than that. So you got to have your eggs in different baskets. There's no point having 2-3 players from a certain team because the fixtures for the first game week or 2 may be in your favor, but then the rest, you're going to struggle to get those big names in your team because you're only willing to let go of your ostriches. in the first place. Like, let's take, for example, maybe people put in Salah for the first game week and said, hey, you know what, I'm going to drop Salah, go for De Bruyne in the second game week. They didn't expect a hat trick to come, and now they're contemplating.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold on to
that's
Salah.
exactly
I'm
me.
going to miss out on De Bruyne. So, yeah, that's how it is. And I see it happening on all the leagues. And I'm very happy with my team. Yeah, I've only pulled in a 50-something points, but I'm happy. I mean, I had Fernandez on the bench.
Yeah.
So I've still got I've got fixtures coming up. I'm happy with the team, and the players that I have, I'm not willing to let go of it.
But I guess Game Week 1 also gave you a good indication of who's the good bargain buys. I spoke about the other price rise. That was Patrick Bamford. He got goals against Liverpool this Game Week 1 and priced at 5.5, now 5.6. Is it worth taking a -4 or -8 Kai to bring in one of these bargain buys that we've seen over the Game Week 1?
Well, it depends. If you want to get in those bargain buys to get in the likes of De Bruyne or Sterling or Bruno, then that makes sense. But I wouldn't bring in those players just for a hit. I mean, and take a hit. I mean, even Bamford, right? You don't know if he's going to even start the next game. You've got Rodri there that will come in to that side. High-profile signing, ready to come into that side. Apparently, Bielsa always, trusts these players for a certain amount of time, and that's what he's probably doing with Bamford. So
player-wise, I mean, using Bamford as an example, but there could be other bargain buys. Someone like Mitchell at Crystal Palace. He's shown he's a starter at 4.0. If you didn't have him in your team, you
at the moment.
Yeah.
At the moment. So Mitchell is a starter at the moment, and as soon as who's he?
Van Arnold.
As soon as Van Arnold, Sak, all of those guys come in, those guys are dropped. So that's what I'm saying. Evaluate for a few game weeks and then make the correct decisions. And that's what just to rebut Saga, what he was saying. You have a team to last a period of games. And that's the reason why I said, make the ballsy moves up front and play the wild card early. Because when I do play my wild card, it's going to last me for about 10, 15 games. But I would have completely evaluated the teams and the players that I can get in. I mean, a lot of the players that are getting these price increases, you don't even know whether you're going to start. I mean, even Willian, right? I'm not certain he's going to start the next game for Arsenal.
Yeah, and that talks to what we spoke about in the pre-season fantasy show. With the condensed season, with games coming quick and fast, starters are not always known. But going back to your boys, United and City, I do think you need to get at least one player from each of them into your team. If you had to pick two of them from City and United, who would that be? One from each club.
The penalty takers, man. De Bruyne and Fernandez.
Quick and easy. That's it for you, listeners. If you're looking for two players to get in, both highly priced. De Bruyne is at 11.5. Might be even getting a price increase quite soon. Fernandez, 10.5. Good. Maybe some other options.
That's a bargain buy.
The likes of Rashford, priced much lower. Martial up front.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Both. If I could, I would. Definitely, bro. Especially having Martial in your team. If you can't get Martial in, if you're having doubts about Wagner, that's a good move to make.
Kai is talking wildcard. Do you think wildcard is worth the play right now?
Nah, I want to watch 2 or 3 games before I play. I do also like to play.
Yeah, so you're agreeing with me then not to make any moves.
No. I said I'm not making any changes. I'm happy with myself.
You as well, Kai? Happy with your team, or any advice to the listeners going into Game Week 2?
I'm happy with my team, and as I said, all of them start, all of them get the points that they're supposed to. I mean, I didn't even captain Salah, and I got almost 70 points. So, I mean, obviously I'm doing something right. But going to what you asked, for me, De Bruyne is the only person that I would have in the City side. No one else. You don't know how he's going to rotate that side. the only guy that's got a guaranteed start is De Bruyne. And I disagree with the Bruno signing. I don't think he's going to have the season that he did, especially if Pogba plays and Van Beek over there. It seems like he drops back and there's a give and go thing when there's two inverted comma 10s in the role. So when last season when you saw when he played with Pogba, he didn't have the effect that he had when he was playing in that lone role 10. So I don't know if he's going to be the same Bruno that we've seen. I know that United are going to be a better team than what they were last season, but I don't know if the player is going to be fantasy royalty like how he was. And I also don't think he's going to be on penalties as much as he did last season. Rashford looks like he's going to be the man.
Yeah. But I think it's quite clear. Both of you are saying the same tune a little bit differently. So listeners, I think the advice from the Crab Net is hold back on the finger bashing on the transfer button. It might be time for you to just sit back, watch how the next game week unfolds before you start making major changes to your team, unless you've seen some really bad numbers in game week 1 where clearly you don't have enough starters to get a decent result over game week 2. But yeah, hang in there. If you've got a good points tally, game week 2 will give you a lot more indication of what to expect in the season going forward. Yes, boys, that brings an end to our show. Hope you'll enjoy this one. We always bring fresh opinions on the net, and both Gur and Kai, thanks a lot for giving us your time again.
No worries, man. We're good.
Short, Raj.
Short, boys, and good luck to your boys. They kicking their first ball for the season this coming weekend.
Really starts.
It
was like an empty field last week.
Yeah, we had some guys saying that it was Charity Shield weekend.
Why did they play a friendly if they were supposed to be tired on the same day? I don't get that one. And it was almost a full team, right? Almost a full team.
I think just to keep the legs fresh, they probably played as half.
Yeah. Remember, preseason is still requires some match practice as well. So it was good to see some of them get some game time under their belt. But thanks a lot, boys. Great show, listeners. Hope you enjoyed it. As we do on the Crab Net, we're analyzing the game. We're analyzing the football and the life behind the football. Today we spoke a bit about the media. So catch this episode on our channels, both Facebook, YouTube. Hit that like button, smash that like button on YouTube, subscribe to us to follow our content. Hope you're enjoying it. We're really loving the conversations. And as we always say, if you would like to be on the show, pop us a comment, pop us an email, let us know. And we're always welcoming fresh opinions on the net. This is what we're all about. Thanks again for joining us on another episode of the Crab Net Show. Till the next time, over and out. So say what kind? We get our drink on. We going out tonight. We get our smoke on.